I met Mayor Menino when he was acting mayor. And when I met him, at that time I was director of the Codman Square Neighborhood Development Corporation. It was a very interesting time in the life of Codman Square. For people who know it now, back then there were maybe 4 stores or businesses on the street. Right now it's a very vibrant, thriving business district. And I met him because our Community Development Corporation had a serious problem. We were getting ready to close on a building and to begin construction, and because the former mayor had left and we had this acting mayor, everything had just sort of come to a standstill. So our board, myself and some others, we decided to sit down and talk with him about what was going on and how to move to the next step. The mayor came to a meeting at our offices, and it was an amazing event. He sat down with us, he answered our questions, we got positive answers to many of the things we wanted. He said no to the things he thought was that he thought were either unreasonable or unfair. And when he left that meeting, I just had this deep sense that I had met somebody who was clearly a man of integrity, who in his meeting of you, and in this case me and the others at the table, was very genuinely and easily able to see the dignity in each person, the dignity in each neighborhood and community, and the value that each individual person brought to the table and that each community brought to the city of Boston. And I know that's a lot to get from one meeting, but as the months progressed, we saw more and more as he fulfilled, pursuing the things that he thought were appropriate for the city to do, and as he pushed us to do better and to perform at our highest level in order to meet the city's expectations. And it was a very powerful and meaningful experience. Within 6 months of the time that I met him, he was elected mayor of the city of Boston, and he asked me to be his first chief of staff. I was, as you might imagine, greatly honored to do that. It was an incredible experience. But the one thing that in those first years that he said over and over that I will never forget, and that people see him living out every day now, is he started off that very first term saying, "I am the mayor of the whole city, not just the neighborhoods who elected me, not just the neighborhood I live in, but I am the mayor of every neighborhood." And I think as we look back on his history, he proves that out every day. He's been here for the downtown neighborhoods, he's been there for the uptown neighborhoods, he's been here for the business community, he's been there for us little people, he's been there for all of us. And so I've always really been proud to have worked for somebody who's had that commitment to everyone and who has this knack for really genuinely knowing what's the right thing to do, what's the right way to be supportive, and what's the right way to get the best out of the people he works for and the people he works with. I support the mayor in his re-election campaign because I believe that when you have a difficult or extraordinary problem, which right now we have this terrible economic crisis, that you look to leadership from people who share your goals, share your values, and you look to leadership from people who you believe have demonstrated knowledge and experience. And at this particular time, in this particular race, for me, that person is Tom Menino. I think he is absolutely the best candidate for the job for those reasons. There's no question about his commitment to the entire city. There's no question about his commitment to every neighborhood in the city, and his guidance and leadership over these last years has been incredible. And so I think we need to go with someone who has those skills in place so that we have the best chance for the greatest amount of success. And so Mayor Thomas Menino is my candidate.